Turn on the shower. Turn on the white noise. Because I mostly like what's in my head these days. Mostly. Blanket the world in the roar and shush of bouncing drop and listen to the thoughts I'll write down when it's done. Long hair dripping down my back, so much slower than I type. I think by feel, fingers of mind tracing a thought, its bumps and texture, and I shave by feel too, just trimming by the edges and... shit. 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 There it is again. That same face. 33 and it's still the same face. Too feminine. Effeminate, more like your mother's. More like a woman's. Prettier than handsome. More sensitive than strong. It's the wrong kind of face for a man. Or a boy. Boy in a small machine shop town. Everyone a stranger, but I'm the one who's strange. And they never let me forget it. Before they even knew why they hated me. Hurt me, but... damn this body. Too thick, too rough, too hard and scarred. Nothing like the lovely men. Lovely faces with lovely thin bodies that make their faces work. Peter Murphy swimming, just swimming in that turtleneck black I couldn't wear without splitting its seams. Too thick for ballet. John, bastard, beautiful John, said I looked like Karate Guy. Blocky and square and stone, and not at all like John. Slender, serpentine, legs long and beautiful as icicles. All these years, and I never thought to ask if Karate Guy was a compliment. Strong like he wished he was, as I wanted to be beautiful like him, like his slender hands. Not mine. Not artist's hands, dancer's hands, carpenter's hands. And wondering if anyone else notices that they're not quite the same size. Never will be again. Not after this one, writing one, was smashed. In a door with the kids, the jeers, the catcalls, and the teacher just watched. And I don't think they knew why. But later some of them did. Some even apologized. Awkward, stuttering over a beer, and I realized they've been holding it in, the guilt for the hate and the spite they'd done, that the kindest thing for me and for them was to just forgive them, and then kick their ass at darts. Because by then I'd grown strong enough, my life was big enough, full enough, that forgiveness cost me nothing. And they'd bought the top-shelf scotch. Strong because I found other people who trusted, accepted, loved, and it didn't take long at all. When it happened so fast. Suddenly my life was full of people who smiled and flirted and nurtured, loaned me all the good movies, and snuck in together in the student union so I could spring the lock on the ice cream cooler, and talked all night about other nights that weren't as good as that one. And they got it. Loved each other. Held each other up and cheer. Like when I arm wrestled that girl named Elvis. Lost. She clapped me on the back. Clapped a bottle of Burgundy into my hands. And talked till dawn about our lovers. About how it felt to be strange and strong. And how weird it feels when people really get it. How grateful I am that I notice. I think of folk who had it smooth, from tinker toys to football teams, always understood, always just what was expected, and I feel a bit sad for them. Those understandings were like chains or hollow spray paint trophies, gold-colored paint over brass and plastic. Light, flimsy, hollow. When someone accepts them, it's only what's expected. It's what they expect, what they demand. It means nothing. But for me, every smile and every wink is better than stolen ice cream. My life is full of richness, stories, poetry, and music, made by people that love me, people that I love, all peculiar and beautiful, like that ragged man, gruff and rough in a trucker hat, the kind of man who should grow up in small machine shop towns, who may have looked like a woman once, though that hardly matters now, who complimented me on my transition. How comfortable I seemed, with such a mix or mess or mass of the feminine and masculine. We talked about changes people make, or didn't make, how sometimes memory wakes up and tries to drag us back to jeering kids who don't know why they say the things they do, and how these days those memories can make us smile, that we survived, and live lives where we understand ourselves a little better every day. You know, actually, I look pretty damn good, and I like what's in my head these days.